before I begin, Sir President will hear the guidelines. Every project has a guideline, just to know whether I'm following that up. Yes, Mr. President.
Competent communication project number 5. So title is the objective is your body speaks. The objectives are use stance, movement, gestures, facial expressions, and eye contact to express your message and achieve your speech's purpose. Make your body language smooth and natural. 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So, Rashmi, I would request about 10 minutes for the speech and also for the I'm infamous for taking too much of time. The year was 2000. My heart told me to pursue counseling. When I say counseling, I mean psychological, emotional counseling. So I enrolled for a course in Banjara Academy in North Bangalore, RT Nagar. Good afternoon to my friends from BMC.
Good afternoon.
There were 4 batches over there, different times of the day, different days of the week. And there was a board around this size, and all the prospective students were trying to look this side outside the board, to see which batch they wanted to join. I was a little different. I took a different approach. I approached the receptionist and asked for the register for people who were already enrolled. I saw batch 1. I turned the page, batch 2. I turned the page, batch 3. I turned the page, batch 4. I went back in reverse order. Batch 3, batch 2. I decided, batch 2. Because it was a Tuesday and Thursdays. And also, it had 8.
Yes.
I forgot to tell you, the year 2000 also my heart told me I would get married. That's why I decided to join the counseling course. I'm sorry, for the sake of counseling I joined the course. Tuesday 3:45 I reached the counseling course, well dressed. I was waiting for all the 8 girls to come. All the 8 girls came, but I realized those 8 girls had little girls themselves. You know what? But I realized there were other batches as well. 4 batches. Like they say, Sashi, think out of the box. I decided to think out of the batch. The 4th Friday of every month, we would have a combined class. And it was the 4th Friday of October 2000, the first combined class. I saw this tall girl, long hair, slim, beautiful. The minute I saw her, Sashi, my heart told me she's my life partner. I was sitting in the last row. My heart was beating faster. I was just hoping the girl would come and sit in the last row. To my disappointment, she sat in the first row. But at least same classroom, Satya. The professor entered. He started the class. And I had terrific eye contact.
Even though there was no speech.
Yes, Ben, you guess, you know where my eye contact was. And during the class, Anju, not once, twice, 3 times the girl turned towards me and looked in my direction.
2000.
I knew this was it, confirmed. Class got over at 6 o'clock. And the dean, he made the most amazing announcement I ever heard in my life. He said, since it's the first combined class, I want all the students to cut across the batches and meet students from other batches. I was thinking, this is what I had come for. I'm sorry, counseling. 6:02, I ran to this tall girl. I stuck my hand out and said, "Hi, I'm Vijay." She stuck her hand out and said, "Hi, I'm Mamta." The minute I heard the name Mamta, I was floating in paradise. What does Mamta mean, Satya?
Sneha.
Huh? Sneha means love, compassion. Good-looking girl with compassion and love. Now, as we got talking, I knew we were gelling, bonding. We were seeing wavelength was matching. She was my life partner. I was very sure. But before I could tell my parents, I had 2 doubts to clear regarding Mamta. First,
Are you married?
Balaji, be positive. 2 doubts. First is height. She was very tall. She was almost my height. I'm almost 5'11". So my family, they won't agree. The girl is so tall. Second thing, age. The girl is my age or older than me, they won't agree. Now let's get into the first doubt. Age. I'll come to the height second thing. Now it's not nice to ask a lady her age. A gentleman is salary. So how to find Mamta's age? I put on my thinking cap. I asked Mamta, which school you studied in? She said, Bishop Cotton Girls' School. I said, me too. What's wrong with this guy? Then I clarified, Mamta, I don't remember. Until 3rd standard, boys and girls studied in Bishop Cotton Girls' School. Co-education. Oh yeah, she said, I remember. Now I'm wondering, how will the school lead to the age? Second question, Mamta, I was wondering, when did you complete your 10th standard board exams? Mamta thought for a while, 1988, Vijay. Wow! I told my, or outside in my mind. 1987, I did my board exam. Mamta, what am I? Junior. First out of the way. Second out, height. Now it's a combined class, 70 students. It's not nice to look at the girl's feet, whether she's wearing stilettos heels. It's very awkward, right? What to do now? How to find out the height? So I put on my thinking cap again. There was a pen in my shirt pocket. I just took it out. Gently, I brought my hand down. I dropped the pen. While talking about it, I said, oops, how sloppy of me. I dropped my pen, excuse me. So I just bent and picked up my pen. While picking up my pen, I glanced at Mamta's feet. To my luck, she was wearing stilettos. 2 inches, maybe 3. I couldn't measure. I didn't have an inch tape. Let's take gut feel. If you don't want 3, we'll take conservative 2. So 2 inches stilettos. So 5'11 minus 2, 5'9. Girl is shorter than me by 2 inches. Both out cleared. I was so sure now this was my life partner. That's the Mamta said, Vijay, I've got to go sitting late. The class was first floor. She went down to ground floor. I followed her. As we reached the gate, there was this boy on the bike. Seeing the boy's face, Mamta's face, I was sure, brother, sister. I thought, God, you're great. I knew the girl's height is okay, age is okay. I'm meeting the brother at 6:15, must be 8:15 parents. So Mamta went sat on the bike. I ran behind and I said, Mamta, this must be your brother. Mamta said, shoo, keep quiet. I said, what happened? Silly. This is Rajesh. Oh, Rajesh, your brother's name. I said, silly you fool, Rajesh is my husband. Okay, my presentation comes to an end. Now friends, we will have questions regarding body language, not the counseling course. I get a lot of questions regarding the counseling course, so we'll keep that aside. We'll discuss the body language. First thing, let us say, did I make eye contact with the audience while speaking?
Yes.
That's the first part of body language, because if I don't make eye contact, the audience disconnects, they switch off. Now, sometimes as we begin our journey, it's a scary proposition, making eye contact. So I would suggest, pick a friendly face in the audience. Shashi, when I say friendly face, need not be only the opposite gender. Because I'm into corporate training, so I tell people this, So pick a friendly face, this young guy, start looking only at the pretty face. Now, you know what happened then. So when I say friendly face, anyone who's giving you positive vibes, who's smiling, making you feel comfortable. Pick a friendly face. As your nerves settle down, start making eye contact with other people in the room. Second thing, did I have gestures?
Yes.
Plenty, says Melvin. Could you see a few examples where I use gestures?
Register, turning.
Register.
Turning.
Cap,
Cap.
thinking cap,
Thinking
register.
Pen drop.
Pen drop. Sorry?
Batch 1, batch 2.
Batch 1, batch 2. Okay, thanks, Satya. So plenty of gestures. So friends, now, it's very awkward what to do with your hands. If you don't have gestures, it's so awkward. Imagine the entire speech. I start like this. It was the year 2000. My heart told me, few gestures. My heart told me to pursue counseling. Okay, it was the year 2000. This is not 2000, but it tells you 2000. So the point is, try, be creative how you could incorporate gestures to match with the content. Think of ways. Otherwise, certain gestures are very inappropriate, in the sense gestures and postures to keep your fingers interlocked like this, or keeping your hands behind your back, or in front of you, or worse still, in your pocket. Those are not appropriate gestures. So please avoid that. Think of ways how you can match gestures with your content. Third, facial expressions. Was my face same throughout the speech, or you thought there were some changes? Some examples, please, friends. How much time I have? Time. I always overrun.
It's 10:30.
10.5 minutes. Okay, okay. Huh?
No, you
When the girl turned to see.
Okay. Yeah, because it's important discussion.
Till Rajesh switches hobby water.
Don't rub salt into my boots, yeah, please.
When you see Mamata first time.
Yeah, when the girl turned actually.
No, friends, we're talking about body language. We're not getting into the content of the speech. Okay, no facial expressions. Okay, we want to talk that is sorry. No. Okay, sorry. What are the facial expressions? Sorry.
Then Mamata turned back and looked at you.
What was it then?
The way your face is.
So what is my facial expression to be happiness?
So happiness.
Okay, thanks, Benny. Thanks, Bhagat. Anything else?
Last part when you said.
Yeah, we go do this, man. So I found out that Rajesh was her husband. What does my face depict, demonstrate, reveal? Disappointment. Okay, thanks. Megha, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Megha. Right? So facial expression, in other words, must match with the content. Okay. Suppose I say, Mamta said, hey, Rajesh Melbourne. Really? This guy is really nuts, okay? This guy, yeah? He knows that marriage is coming behind me. Okay, so the face must match the content. Fourth thing, in terms of posture. Whatever height you're blessed with, stand straight. Don't bend, slouch, or stoop. Let your feet be, in terms of posture, feet be approximately shoulder width apart, so you're well balanced and poised. So you avoid any unwanted, unnecessary movements like shifting movements, what we call swaying movements. And finally, movements on stage. It was limited space, but I thought once I did move. It's called, just for academic purpose, you can use the stage well to move, the stage space. And I thought I moved once from here to there. Anyone was following and could recollect. Anish, anyone?
Change of the batches.
Okay, change the badges.
To drop
Out
the
of the
pen
job.
to see.
Okay, not the pen. That's a
No, you said from
Posture
this batch,
gesture.
so out of this batch.
out of this batch. Okay, thanks, Miller. I did that. If those can recollect, I said first doubt out of the way in terms of her age. I was standing here. Now moving to second doubt in terms of her height. See, I also use gesture for height. Okay, so what it tells is this kind of a physical movement is. I use the word transition. We are going to come to your presentation with. I use the transition. First doubt out of the way. Now moving on to the second doubt. So I'm giving you a verbal transition and also a physical transition. That's a way to use the stage. Now don't be harsh on yourself. We're beginning our journey. It's all right. We stand rooted in one place. Because it's better to remember the content rather than move and forget the subject matter. Okay, first. So quick recap. Eye contact first. Second, gestures. Third, facial expressions. Fourth, posture. And fifth, just keep it in mind, is the stage. Okay, 2 minutes. Any question open for floors open for questions? Any doubts, clarifications? I'm rushing through because of want of time.
Any suggestion of topics, or it can be anything. This is like a story.
Okay, technical presentations?
For
What do you
this
think?
CC5, any suggestions for topics?
Any topic under the sun, Benny. Every topic, including technical business presentations, call for body language. More so technically. See, you won't be so animated, you won't have such expansive gestures in a technical presentation. You might want to, rein them in. Having said that, it's more important because in the last 15 years, I've gone to so many conferences. I've seen people, with due respect to them, the C-suite VPs, they're just so rigid and like poker face, no facial expression, holding the leg turn, or the hands, palms are clasped. It doesn't say much about the speaker and his subject, the content. So you must use it. Any topic will facilitate. It's just that your creativity is how do I bring in gestures? It's up to the presenter, the speaker. Any topic. Okay. Any other question? Anish?
In terms of the movement and stage usage, sometimes I've heard that it's better to move vertical, like forward.
Forward and backward? FB? Not Facebook? Forward, backward. Okay.
Or on towards to the side.
Okay. Allow me, Anish. Now, forward and backward is when you want to stress on a point. Let's say, example, that speech, okay? I just saw the heels and realized Mamta was 2 inches shorter than me. Second doubt out of the way. So I'm just stressing that the second doubt out of the way, an example. So you move front to stress on a particular point, like how it is with my voice, and you step back to original position after having stressed. Now, like I explained this, what do you call the lateral movement. So front back is for stressing on a point, and the lateral, going by the rule book, copybook style, like how Dravid played Test cricket, I'm talking about the nitty-gritty of presentation skills. Don't let that play on your mind because we're starting our journey. It could throw us off guard. Like we forget the content. Just keep that in mind. Any other questions?
So in the CC4, I think importance is more on the language and the content. Here it is more about the visual
aspect. Yeah, that's the verbal. This is the visual. Project 6 is the vocal, the tone of voice. Okay, fine. I know I should be running late. I always do that. So we can always discuss offline. Okay. So thank you. I hope it was useful. Back to the talk of the day.
So we thank you Toastmaster Vijay
Yeah.
for an exciting session on education. On education, how we should do CC5. Now I would like to call upon General Evaluator Toastmaster Melvin to provide his feedback.
So today, meeting number 32 was yet another exciting meeting. And at the very outset, we had just a handful of people, but the Sergeant at Arms realized that 3 o'clock it is, and he started whether people are there or not. Like the German trains, 3 o'clock it will go. If you are there, you join. Join at the next station. That's what he did. Very well. Let's hear it for.
Yeah. Not President. Balaji is SWA.
SWA.
Just double acting. Okay, right.
And then he gave a wonderful introduction to the president. So well that the Sergeant Arm next time will have a problem. And then we realized he's the president again. So that was another turn that gave us a surprise, a welcome surprise to say how to welcome the president. He said, I'm the president. So very good. That was very well done again. Very well. So those two things you did very well. What I got a bit confused is when you started talking, you said I have one personal and one professional. And then you spoke, I thought the topic was not very well connected. You could have, if you didn't have something that was well connected, if you had to speak, and then you overshot the time, maybe you should find a topic that is crisp and to the point. It could be that you use the time because people are not there, but then you could have used other ways. In the sense, you could have talked about just about Toastmasters unrelated to the topic. You were trying to connect it to the topic, but I found it did not make too much of sense to me. So maybe we could think about that. But taking on a job as a Sergeant at Arms, as the president, it can always be a challenge. Not many people get an opportunity also to do this. Today you did it very well. Thank you. Then you brought the TOD of the day. Little bit of confusion as to who the TOD, you had to go by your script.